Dearest grandfather, I promised I would write, but so much of the news is sad. On the ship, there was so much suffering and illness. Just a few days out of port, one poor old woman died in her sleep. When the sailors came down to wrap her in a cloth and carry her away, I cried, though I never knew her. When our time to arrive in America came closer, everyone in the ship was excited. In the harbor of New York, we could see the great statue they called the Mother of Exiles. She is like a giant Greek goddess, holding up her torch for all the world to see. It is a torch that would light all the dark places and all the dark feelings that homeless people have in their hearts. When we landed, we were taken into a big building and lined up for questioning. Have you any diseases? Have you any money? Are you really married to this woman? Is this your daughter? Where is your marriage certificate? So many questions, but they allowed us to enter. The man at the immigration said that we must have a new name. He said that Anthopolis is too long and too foreign. Baba let me pick the new name. I picked Janus, for he was the god of beginning, with two faces, one looking to the past and the other looking to the future. So now we are George Janus, Olympia Janus, and Dr. Androniki, short into Nikki, Postal Box 1420, Montgomery, West Virginia. We are here, and we begin a new life. Good morning, Manu. Goedemiddag.
So, here I am. Everyone at the plant will look at your Baba and say, here is a fine man, a fine chemist. Greece must be a wonderful country. Oh, Popo, another evil spirit gone. I count 27 candles, Olympia. How do you know there are 27 spirits? Why not 23 or 31?
I thought that perhaps with more candles I could send away the loneliness as well as the evil spirits.
This is our home now, Olympia. Greece is not a good place for us now.
And America is so different?
In Greece there was danger for us and no work for me. Here, I do not fear for the safety of my family. And I have a job that I was trained to do. And how would it look if I'm late for my first day? No. Don't worry, everything will be fine, you will see.
Oh, yes, you always say everything will be fine, you will see.
And when have I ever been wrong?
You look good, Manas. We are only going shopping.
But we want our new neighbors to know that we are worthy of their respect.
Feta cheese.
Feta cheese. Feta.
Man, we don't carry foreign things here. You got anything American on that list there, I'd be more than happy to oblige you.
It is the only grocery in the town, Mama. And anyway, it was kind of funny. Feta cheese. Can you imagine what he would have done if you asked for termosalata?
And there is no one finer for preaching the holy gospel than the Reverend Mr. Sparks over at the Baptist Church. And stay out of Elmer's Diner on Thursday, because that's when he has his meatloaf. His meatloaf would choke a horse. You all got horses over in Greece. Oh, and if you get sick, be sure you get Doc O'Neill Sr., not Jr., because that boy's got his mama's scatterbrain, and sometimes he don't know the difference between, well, a liver and a gallbladder. Now, do you all want to rent a box or have home delivery?
Billy! Oh, Jane, if you drop that, Mama is gonna kill you.
Who are y'all? Are they white people?
Hush up, Eugene, or I'll tell Mama you were rude. Hi, I'm Alma. My daddy says they're all from Greece.
Our daddy knows everything.
Well, he is right. Yes, we are Greek. This is my mother, Olympia Janus.
They talk funny.
Y'all wrap up that ribbon.
Alma!
Y'all dropped it, y'all pick it up. We don't have any Greeks. We have an Italian, though, and a German. My daddy says that he left Germany because he didn't want to be part of the Kaiser's army. Oh, and 3 Jews.
I am Nikki.
Really? Well, Nikki's a boy's name here. Y'all, brush off that dirt. Just don't roll it up all dirty like that.
It is short for Androniki. It is a girl name in Greece.
Oh. Well, you know, Nikki's probably better for here. I mean, even for a girl. People get used to it. I'm not sure anybody would ever get used to...
Androniki.
Yeah.
Where do you live?
Oh, next door. We watched y'all move in last night. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Janice. I bet you my mama won't even be able to tell they messed it up. Say thank you to Miss Janice, Billy.
Thank you.
Eugene? Well, we'll see y'all.
Are they really white people?
See ya.
Good day. My name is George Janus. I have just come here with my family from Greece.
How to do?
It's a good town you have.
We like it.
Do you have the Charleston newspaper?
Nope. Some other foreigners around here last week. Woman and girl. What your color they were?
Did you know that there is a tribe in Borneo whose members can identify 256 shades of green? And that there is another tribe in Java whose entire sense of color is contained in the words light and dark? Hello, I'm Peter Getner.
George Janus.
I have the blacksmith shop. You know, people around here are obsessed with skin tones.
It is the same everywhere. It is because they want to know if you belong, if you are one of them.
Yes, and they don't quite know where to put me. Obviously, I'm not one of them, but it confuses things.
Come on, Alma! Yeah, hurry up!
Y'all can run ahead, silly. Eugene, wait for your brothers! You're an only child, aren't you? You're lucky. My daddy says that the foreigners breed like rabbits. That's why they have so many wars. Because there's too many of them to get along with each other. You know, I looked at Greece on the map the other day. It is clear across the other side of the world. I mean, I've never even been to Charleston. But you know where I really want to go? New York City. Did you all go through there? You did? Was everybody rich and beautiful?
Well, perhaps not so, but it was very exciting.
Oh, I knew it. My daddy said that it was full of anarchists, but I bet it's... Hello, Henderson.
Hey, Alma, who is that girl?
Well, it's Nikki Janice. She's new in town. She's from Grace.
Introduce me.
Nikki. Henderson, Tommy. This is Nikki Janice.
Hi, I'm Henderson Kerr. Tommy and I were wondering if you girls would like to go and have a picnic with us on Saturday. Isn't that right, Tommy?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, we'd be delighted. Wouldn't we, Nikki?
Well, great.
Okay, well, we'll see you later.
Bye.
So tell me, Nikki, who is the chaperone?
You will not be alone. Alma and another boy are going too.
Another couple is not a chaperone. Girls do not go out alone with boys without a chaperone.
American girls do.
You are Greek.
You're in America now, Fissimo.
And you think American boys are different to Greek boys?
I think we are going to find out.
Henderson, come in.
Nikki, thank you. You're working at the plant, aren't you, Mr. Janus?
Yes.
Have you met Buddy Webster?
Yes, he's a good boy. He's a friend of yours?
My cousin. His mama is my mama's sister, who's married to Sonny Webster, who's my daddy's third cousin once removed, so I guess he's kin to me any which way you turn. Miss Janus, this is about the best thing I ever put in my mouth, and I don't even know what it is.
Baklava.
Well, it sure is great. You think you could teach my mama how to make it?
I think I cook better than I teach.
She is saying that because I'm a terrible cook. She has tried and tried to teach me. It is hopeless.
Well, Miss Janus, if I can say so, it seems to me that ladies as beautiful as you and Nikki are... Well, gosh, I think that's plenty.
Your mother has said you may go to your picnic. Make sure you thank her.
Mana, is this for my picnic?
Yes, my little one.
Thank you, Mana.
Give me the basket.
It is enough food to feed an army.
Yeah, we cannot let the son of the mayor think that we Greeks do not understand hospitality.
Hospitality? He will think we have no self-control.
So, where are you going on this picnic?
Henderson did not say.
And why not?
I do not know. Who is this?
Mr. Stamos. He lives in Charleston. He is looking for a young wife.
Anna, he's fat. And older than Baba.
Nikki.
I am not going to marry some fat old man.
Nikki.
I'm sorry, Mana.
I'm not saying you have to marry him. Just that you must start to think about the future as well as the present. No man wishes to marry a woman who has allowed another man to...
It is only a picnic. I promise. I'm not worried.
Nikki? Miss Janus?
Henderson?
Ready to go?
Yes.
Thanks for the food. Bye-bye.
Bye.
It's very beautiful here.
Wait till you see where we're going.
What is in here? It weighs a ton.
You're just afraid of hurting your pitching arm. You concentrate on your football, you could heft a little weight.
Oh, yeah? You take it. How do, John?
Oh, Mr. Henderson. Nice day for a picnic.
You through, boy?
Almost, Mr. Tommy.
I wasn't asking, boy. I was telling. You want this stuff, you come on back later and get it.
Why is Tommy being rude?
You can't be rude to a darky. Ain't that right, Big John?
If you say so, Mr. Tommy.
What do you do with these things?
Mr. Bubba over to the junkyard. Buy almost anything. That's...
Get a move on, boy.
Hey, John.
Come on, Tommy.
I one time stabbed me, a darky didn't move fast enough.
Tommy, you did not.
I did too. You remember Jesse McGee?
Jesse McGee drank himself to death, Tommy.
I didn't say I killed him, just stabbed him.
Good grief.
When I asked you to bring something, I meant maybe some fried chicken and a couple Coca-Colas.
My mother has her own ideas of what is correct.
This is great.
What is it?
Doesn't matter. Nikki's mama could make okra taste good, and you know how I hate okra.
First, we have tiropitakia. Cheese puffs.
Oh.
Mmm.
What kind of cheese?
Goat's cheese.
Oh, it's good. It's real good.
Did you really stab a colored person?
We call them niggers here.
What do they call you?
Tommy, she's new here. They probably don't even have colored people in Greece.
Almost.
Tommy.
And I still do not understand why he seemed so proud of this.
Tommy Master's father is in the Ku Klux Klan.
Yes?
The men of the Klan have peculiar attitudes and peculiar ways of expressing their attitude.
Well, surely they cannot just go around stabbing people.
Well, that is unusual. Generally, they use ropes, not knives. You know the problems you had with the Turks? It's not so different. The Klan is here. It won't disband because you and I disapprove. You must learn to live with it.
Now, I'm going to tell you girls, just like I've been telling everybody else, it is never too early to start thinking about this year's Miss Fourth.
Miss Fourth?
Well, land sakes alive, Alma. You mean nobody's told this child about the Miss 4th of July? You do know about the holiday.
Independence Day, yes.
Well, of course you do. Well, it's real important to us around here, and every year we choose a girl to preside over the ceremony. Now, it's not the prettiest girl and not the most popular girl, but it's the girl that deserves it the most. You know, this is a beautiful-looking language, but how in the world does anybody ever figure out how to pronounce it?
Well, you have to be taught.
Well, that's a funny way to do it, isn't it? I mean, why don't they just use real letters?
Perhaps I never thought of it. Thank you, Mrs. Bixby.
You're welcome.
Hey, Nikki. Alma. If you want to hold on a minute, I'll help you with those things.
Thank you, Henderson. Very much.
Callie, can you sweep up without getting dust all over folks? Sorry about that, Henderson.
Mr. Devon?
Get on in, girl.
So he is the Undertaker.
Uh-huh. B.D. Devon. He's also the head of the Klan in Montgomery.
Henderson?
Hmm?
Alma says there's going to be a Klan parade tonight.
That's right. You know, this looks interesting. I sure wish I could read a foreign language.
You could if you wanted to.
Maybe you could teach me. You gonna go to school in the fall?
I have graduated.
Really?
Yes, before I left Greece.
No kidding. Here they keep you in school forever. They don't let you graduate until you're too old to have any fun.
Henderson, could you take me to see the Klan parade tonight?
No.
Why not?
Nikki, those people are the worst in Montgomery. You don't need to see that.
I can't believe I let you talk me into this. Come on, let's go. Nikki, come on. If my daddy knew I was doing this, he'd kill me.
I thought your father agreed with the Klan.
The rednecks, Nikki. My daddy says there's only one thing worse than a nigger, and that's a redneck.
Redneck? I thought they were supposed to be scary, Alma. They look ridiculous. They look like pinheads.
Shh, quiet.
Isn't it a funny word, Baba? Alma says it is because they work outdoors, all bent over. And the only part of them that is exposed to the sun is their necks. So they get red. Redneck.
Working the land is an honorable way to spend one's life, Nikki. Hit middle C. One octave higher.
Is it honorable terrorizing colored people?
The one does not necessarily follow the other.
I know, Baba. But they were so...
Ain't nothing worse than niggers and foreigners.
A coward. A coward is worse.
Is he dead?
Nah. He was an educated blow. I used to be a boxer, man. Pinheads. You all right, miss?
I am Nikki Llanos.
John Creek. Most folks around here call me Big John. We best leave this place for this young'un come to.
Will you get in trouble?
Not if you don't tell.
Mana? This is Big John Creek. This is my mother.
How do, man?
How do?
I see you, planting yourself some beans, huh?
You know about garden?
Yeah. All that. I hope you don't mind, man, but, you see, if you plant these seeds a little further apart, and the stalks will grow nice and tall, and won't be fighting one another for the space. Like this. Huh? Yeah. Yeah?
Yorgo, he knows about the garden.
He used to be a professional boxer, Baba, and he tells wonderful stories.
And he could do all the work you do not have time for.
And he has nowhere else to live, Baba.
All right, all right. Now, can a man eat in peace? Bread, please? Thank you. Ay, ay, ay.
Bed there. Chair there. Fix up this old stove. Big John be right in business. That sure is nice of you folks, Miss Nikki.
John, you do not have to call me Miss. And anyway, Mana will load you down with so much to do. You'll be sorry you ever decided to stay here.
No, I don't imagine so. I remember one time in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, I stayed at a place with a man who moaned all night long, every night. Then I stayed in a hotel room in New York City where people be shooting each other all the time. Then, in Mobile, Alabama, I lived right next door to a woman who... never mind. This suit me just fine, Miss Nikki. just fine.
Come on, let's go in.
Is it cold?
No, it's warm. It's beautiful.
You go first.
No, ladies first.
At the same time.
Okay, let's go together. Okay. 1, 2, 3!
It's freezing!
Oh, Lord have mercy! You know, I've been thinking.
Yes?
How would you feel about being nominated Miss 4th of July?
I thought it was something you had to earn.
Well, yeah.
And what would you say I have done to deserve it?
Well, you... Oh, heck.
If I save you from further embarrassment, will that qualify me?
Well, okay, but I still think you'd make a swell Miss 4th. So do something.
Like what?
Last year, it was Judy Peavis. She organized a toy drive at Christmas time so that every child in town got something from Santa Claus.
Colored children, too?
Well, sure. As long as you brought it up.
Yes?
Well, it's about Big John. Colored people just don't live in the white part of town. It's just not done.
You have colored people living with you?
Well, that's different.
Why?
Because they're servants. Big John is nobody's servant. He says yes, sir, and yes, ma'am, but he doesn't mean it.
And you think the others do?
Well, of course they do.
Your oil's fine. It's $1.25 for the gasoline.
Hey, you want a lemon drop?
Stop, please!
You all right? I think so.
On, Miss Janice, we got the boy that robbed the store. Like you'd take a look. Found him back in the hills, passed out from drinking too much moonshine. Had the loot right there beside him. Guess is how I'm not surprised. Is this here the boy? Miss Janice?
They asked me to file an assault charge against him.
Makes sense to me.
He did not mean to hurt. He was just trying to get away.
That's no excuse for hurting somebody, Nicky.
They said it could add 6 years to a sentence. I do not think a few bruises are worth 6 years.
Now, you listen to Big John. A born-headed girl like you gonna have enough battles to fight. The boy don't stand a chance no way. He did do wrong.
He stole some clothes.
Stealing is stealing, Nicky.
Am I to understand, Miss Janice, that you have declined to press an assault charge against this boy?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, you did, or yes, you didn't?
Yes, you did. I mean, I did. Decline.
Mr. Prosecutor. Well, Your Honor, if the victim of this heinous attack does not wish to press charges, there's nothing the state can do. We've got our conviction on the burglary charges, and we'll just try to be satisfied with that.
8 years in a state penitentiary. And young lady, This country has a long and a proud history of welcoming distressed people from far-off lands. And we sure appreciate it when they make some effort to learn the customs here. Court is adjourned.
People seem very upset about nothing.
Well, what did you expect?
I suppose I can forget about Miss 4th of July. Papa? Are you in trouble at work? Because of what I did?
You know why we came to America, Nikki?
Because you thought if we stayed in Greece, my big mouth would get us in trouble.
That will happen wherever you go. I dreamt of a place where a man who works hard can make his way. Of a place where my daughter can have dreams of her own. I will not give up that dream because of a few roughnecks.
But everywhere I turn, there is a stone wall.
Every stone wall has a gate somewhere.
Oh, Baba.
Our new life here is very important to me, Nikki. Now more than ever. Don't forget about the baby. The first Janus to be born in America. Eh?
Thank you, Nikki.
You are still happy about the baby, aren't you, Madame?
Yes, and a little frightened too. Child will not know what he is. Not really Greek, not really American.
Oh, he will know. He will be a Janus.
Nikki, play.
Something Greek.
Σε γνωρίζει από την κόψη του σπαθιού την τρομερή. Σε γνωρίζει από την όψη που βαθιά μετράει τη γη.
Follow our ways or leave. You have been warned.
Dear sir, my father brought my mother and me to America because we were told it is a country that opens its doors to the persecuted peoples of the world.
Daytime's fine, Mr. George. Daytime's easy. The Klan, they like to work at night. Why do you think they call them night riders? You go on to work, Mr. Joyce. Everything be fine around here.
That is what I tell my wife, whether I think so or not.
Have we fled the Turks only to fly into the arms of the KKK? Do bigotry and oppression rule everywhere? Is there no one in Montgomery with the wit to recognize injustice and the courage to combat it?
It seems a little hard, Nicky.
You think I am wrong?
I do not want trouble.
How do, Miss Janice? I'm Billy Ray Odom. I've got the hardware store.
Yes, Mr. Odom.
This here's Leroy Hooker. We heard you all had some trouble last night. We come to fix your window. I reckon that ought about do it, Miss Janice.
Oh, it is a very good job, Mr. Odom. How much I pay you?
Oh, no, ma'am. This ain't for money. This is just so you'll know the whole of Montgomery ain't like the Klan.
Thank you, Mr. Odom.
My mama told me to bring you this. It's bread and it's good.
Thank you.
And she told me to make sure somebody told you about leaving buckets of water around for when the white men's come to burn you down. Is that a piano I heard playing?
Yes.
Can I see it?
Do you know the scale?
No, ma'am.
Some notes go together, and some do not.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a piano at home?
No, ma'am. Brother Johnson, he lets me at the church piano when I just gotta play. That is till the Klan burnt down the church.
Will you play for me? That was wonderful, Jimmy.
I expect you can read that. I expect you can teach me.
I expect I can. Is next week all right?
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Hi, Nicky.
Hello, Henderson.
I've been calling him Buster, but... well, you can name him whatever you want to. Don't you like dogs?
I love dogs.
Well, here, he's for you.
Nicky? Nicky? I printed your letter.
We've learned a valuable lesson. We've learned that though bigotry and oppression lurk everywhere, there are everywhere those people with the wit to recognize injustice and the courage to stand up to it. The good people of Montgomery are the kindest, most hospitable people on earth, and the Janices are proud to call Montgomery our home. Well, that should change some minds.
Hey, Nicky. Yeah. Hi, Alma. Is it allowed for you to see me?
Well, my dad read your letter on the paper, and Well, now he feels that some foreigners are better than others.
Hello, Alma.
Hey, Reverend.
You must be Nikki. I'm Bob Cotter, the Methodist minister. If it's all right with you, I'd like to use your letter in my sermon this Sunday.
Of course.
Why don't you and your folks drop by? We don't go in for a whole lot of ritual, but we do try and preach a temperate kind of gospel.
Thank you. Boy, people sure do like that letter.
We didn't want this war. We elected President Wilson because he promised to keep us out of Europe's problems. But a fellow by the name of Kaiser Wilhelm wouldn't let us live in peace. No, sir. He sank the Lusitania with 128 Americans on board, and he promised Mexico half our country if they would attack us from across the border. You know what they did in Belgium? And
why are you letting a foreigner roll bandages for our boys?
Well, Martha Avery, shame on you talking such hogwash. Miss Janice lives here the same as you and me, and a bleeding soldier don't care who rolled his bandage.
Greek boys are dying too, on the same side of the war.
Because we're all patriots. Make a wish. There you go. Go ahead. Go. Get him out. Get out.
Well, here I am, 18.
You're an old man now.
Yesterday I went over to Charleston to see the Army recruiter. And I go back on Monday for my physical. And, well, if the Army will have me, I'm going to go shoot me some Germans. I thought you'd be proud of me.
I am, Henderson. But I will be so worried about you.
Henderson Kerr is not afraid of any German. I'll be fine, Mickey.
That is what man always thinks. It is what my brother thought before he went off to fight the Turks. Did not come back.
I didn't know you had a brother.
I had two. The other died just before we came to America.
The Turks?
No, the Spanish influenza.
Well, you don't have to worry about those things here.
Not the Turks, no. But the influenza epidemic spreads more every day. Thousands have died.
Not here. It can't touch us. I am gonna live forever. Just for you.
It is not the end of the world, Henderson.
The Army rejected me because I have flat feet, and all you can say is it's not the end of the world.
There are lots of ways to help besides fighting.
Sure. Knitting socks for soldiers whose feet have arches. Getting housewives to sign stupid food pledges. A war doesn't mean anything unless you get to fight it.
I am sorry you're unhappy, Henderson. But I am not sorry you do not have to fight.
You're a girl, you don't understand.
I know more about war than he does.
What you gonna do with your life, Miss Nikki? You gonna hang around Montgomery? You gonna go out in the world?
I do not know.
Time you was deciding. is. How do, Mr. Reynolds?
You got a table on the train, Big John?
That's all. Ordered me a new dog for my stove. Supposed to be on this train.
Well, good luck. Kind of hard to get metal parts these days.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? My children drink out of that fountain, and I don't want them drinking after you. Do you hear me, Molly?
Where you from, boy?
Chicago, sir.
Where you headed?
Newport News.
You think you can get there by yourself? You're pretty dumb, boy.
Yes, sir. Dumb enough to fight your wolf for you while you sit and get rich burying people.
I know where I'm going to be buried next.
Oh, no, I ain't got no money. Never heard you bury nobody for nothing.
I'm always happy to bury a smart-mouthed darky.
Boy, you dumb now. Oh, on a tree.
What's up, BD?
No nigger sasses me.
Oh, now, come on, BD. You know Big John's punchy from all them fights he's had. He didn't mean nothing.
I'm here to pick up all that's left of some white boy who died fighting for his country. Now listen to no back talk.
Got the guard.
Nobody came to help this time.
But Mr. Henderson doesn't want to say. Just don't expect him.
Do you think Baba will lose his job?
Well, people like him an awful lot.
Ah, that is Mrs. Bixby. We're going to sign up food pledges. Would you like to have dinner here tonight?
Yes, thank you.
I will cook. Bye-bye, John.
John, if you stay here, you're putting Nikki and her folks in danger, too.
How many's that make now, dear? Do you know I believe we can get Mrs. B.D. Devon and the widow Woodson to sign a pledge we'll have done the whole Blaine County. Pardon my French. Although Miss B.D. Devon is a woman I swore I'd never have another thing to do with after that time she tried to get me fired from the post office because I voted for Mr. Woodrow Wilson. But I hope that I'm a big enough person to put aside pettiness when it comes to joining in a great cause. Though Wanda Jo Devon is the worst excuse for a God-fearing woman that I've ever come across. And the way she let herself go, well, there's just no excuse for that now, is there? Though I suppose if you had to look at B.D. every day, you just figure, well, what's the difference?
If you could just sign here, Mrs. Devon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello, Jimmy. Mana, I'm home. Have you been practicing?
Yes,
Good. I will enjoy hearing you.
I'm sorry, Jimmy. You will have to come back later. Nikki has a visitor.
Bye-bye.
Nikki, this is Mr. Stamos. Mrs. Chiriaco sent him.
It is always a pleasure to meet a fellow Greek, Mr. Stamos.
Especially one who understands that the old ways must be preserved.
Although I must warn you that the old ways we are preserving do not include my daughter's plans for her future.
Excuse me?
She decides for herself the company she keeps, and she will make her own choice of a husband.
She is allowed to choose her own companions?
Mm.
Gentlemen companions?
Mm.
Then I must be sure before I trouble myself further that she is not defiled.
Get out.
What?
Get out! I would not let you marry my daughter if you were the last Greek in America. Δεν τρέπεσαι λιγάκι, βρε, φύγε από εδώ και να μην ξαναγυρίσεις. Άτιμε, ορίστε μας. Άκου να δεις.
Mr. Stamos came here looking for a good Greek wife. He came to the wrong house.
It is a disgrace for a Greek woman to offer a guest such plain food.
I love it, man. It is what Henderson likes. And anyway, you are always telling me I cannot cook, so what is the difference?
Even you can cook this. There is nothing to get wrong.
Horrible. No, it's fine. It's fine. Thank heavens for baklava. It was nice of you folks to go out and let us be alone. It's real hard to be alone with girls in this town.
It was a big step for Mana, but she decided it was all right because you are such a gentleman. And because Big John is only a shout away.
Big John's a little further away than that.
What?
He's gone. I told him he should go away. Now don't start on me. Y'all are not safe with him around while B.D. Devon's mad at him. It's better for him not being in one place where B.D. can find him. Now, he'll go back over where he belongs for a while, and B.D. will get tired of the whole thing, you see, if he doesn't. It's gonna be okay if you just let it alone. I would rather talk about you than Big John and B.D. Devon. I reckon you got a chaperone after all.
All right. Where is he? Where is he?
I'm here.
You ain't ever gonna learn. Nobody ever tells me what to do, boy. You are gonna learn it this time. You people have it so easy. All you have to do is remember one thing in life. And I have to keep explaining it to you. When a white person tells you something to do, you better do it. You got it? I want to hear y'all say, yes, sir.
John? We want you to come home.
No use of y'all getting into trouble too, Miss Nicky.
I think it is too late for that.
Not if you just let things ride till Mr. B.D. Devon satisfies himself.
And when will that be? Even if we do that, who is to say we will not be next? Anyway, you're not trying to satisfy him. You're standing up to him. John, we want to stand with you.
How great thou art, how great thou art. Good. Sings my soul, my Savior God. How great thou art, how great thou art.
I remember when the Turks came. That was worse than this.
You expect it from the Turkus.
Perhaps we were wrong. Maybe not all the Turks were bad, but just some. Like here.
Yorgo, we have
We cannot go back, Olympia.
We cannot stay here.
We must. There is an ocean full of warships between us and Greece. And even if we could return, there is no safety for us there either. And no work.
And how long do you think you will keep your job? How long will the men who run the plant allow you to remain, eh?
As long as they look at me and see a good worker. With all the men off fighting, they must keep the men they have.
Nicky, where are you going?
We need groceries.
I forbid you to leave this house.
Olympia.
Is it not enough that I lose my sons? Must I also send out my daughter to face those who would destroy us?
Ah, Peter. Nicky, the clan is very powerful in Montgomery. Gettner must not show us that he is still our friend. I must go to work.
Bye, Baba.
Goodbye.
Will, I'm gonna go get a bag of oats.
Hello, Mrs. Bixby.
As I was saying, beats the hell out of me why the government just keeps on letting these foreigners in. Most of them too yellow to stay home and fight for their country. Don't be touching what you ain't going to buy. My customers don't like greasy produce.
Mr. Watley, I know your grocery is the only one in town. But I would rather starve than give business to a man like you.
How much for the apple, Earl? Nickel cover it?
Thank you. What's that?
It's a factory, listen.
It's been an accident.
Take care. I'm gonna get back as soon as I can.
Doctor, I'm Nikki Janus. Have you seen my father?
Janus, he's just fine. He's right over there. You know how to use the tourniquet. All right, just hold that good and tight. There you go.
Are you all right?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Poor. This will never come clean. How do you feel?
Tired.
Yorgo?
Dr. O'Neill said you were very helpful at the factory today, Nikki.
Do they know what caused the fire?
One of the men fainted while he was carrying some chemicals. There was a reaction.
Of course he fainted. The men are working double shifts.
Dr. O'Neill said that he fainted because of the Spanish influenza.
But I can help, Baba.
You will stay home with your mother.
Thank you. Nikki! Nikki, it's my mom and my daddy. They're real sick. Please help me. Please.
You know, I just hate it when you get sick, Frank. I do believe that he is the world's worst sick person. He just hates to have people hovering around him. He just won't stay still long enough to get well. Frank? Doc!
I'm here.
Doc!
Just try to make him comfortable, Minnie.
Well, I can do that. I've made you comfortable for 30 years now, haven't I, Frank? And when I get you home, I can just make you comfortable for 30 more. Frank. Frank. Frank.
No! Mom! Mom! No! Hey, Nikki. Jimmy. This is my mom. Jimmy. Go away, John. You must not be here or you will be exposed to the influenza.
It don't matter.
What about Mana? I thought you were supposed to stay with her and help her until the baby comes.
The baby came. Fine looking little boy. Your mama named him Christopher. Now, show me what I can do to help around here.
Doc! Doc! This is a sick room, Earl, not a hog calling contest. What do you want?
Tell Doc I don't want no foreigners working on me.
You don't, huh?
I don't.
Well then, Earl, why don't you just lay there and die?
Jimmy's gonna be just fine. Why don't you take him home, Mrs. Washington? Listen, I want you all to go home and get some sleep, and don't let anybody talk you into doing anything unselfish for a while. Nicky? Just let me take a look at your throat.
Pull it across. Oh, come on. Go to the left. To the left. Come on. Come on, fellas. You got beans in your ears. Come on. Just bring it back to the right a little bit now. A little to the left. A little to the left. Now down. I think you got it. Tie it off.
I cannot be sick. I have things to do.
Well, they're just gonna have to wait.
Is she all right?
Well, I can only tell you what I told everybody else. The disease has to run its course. With luck. Mr. Janus, I think it's best if you and your wife stay away for a while. You have the baby to think of. I'll let you know if there's any need for you to come.
I brought this for Nicky. Thank you.
Now, I know that you all understand this, but I just want to remind you that the Miss 4th of July is not a popularity contest. Miss 4th of July is supposed to be the girl who's done the most for Montgomery in this past year. So, when you nominate somebody, I want to hear you back up your choices with some facts. All right? The floor is open. I know that this may seem frivolous to some of you all after what we've been through this year. But I think that the sooner that we all get back to normal, the better off we're all going to be. All right?
Miss Bixby, I'd like to nominate Sally Thompson here, and I think she deserves it, because she raised more money for the Red Cross than anybody else.
All right, Martha, that's fine. Anybody else?
I want to nominate Jane Ann Polehill. You all remember, she was the one that saved that child from drowning in the river last summer.
Anybody else?
I'm not trying to make little of what Sally and Jane Ann did. But if we're talking about the girl who's done the most for Montgomery this year, well, I'd like to nominate Nikki Janis.
Hi.
You must not be here, Henderson.
Doc says I'm immune now. I'd rather get sick than not get to see you anyway.
You are so kind.
Hey, they nominated you for Miss 4th of July.
They who?
Alma. I seconded it.
And who objected?
Nobody did. And I bet you're gonna win, too. Hey, Doc, when are you gonna let her out of here? She's gonna be Miss 4th of July, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you gonna vote for, aren't you, Doc?
Henderson.
Yes, I'm gonna vote for her.
Doctor, when are you going to let me out?
I'll let you out when you get well.
You know, Doctor, this experience has done something for me. It has showed me what I want to do with my life. When I get well, I am going to be a doctor.
Girls can't be
That's just fine, Nikki. Just fine.
I'll be right back.
You should not be here, Mana. The baby will be fine. I love you, Manamu. Nikki? ¿Qué cosa può pedir?
Then sings my soul, my Savior, God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior, God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my power great to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art.
Nikki Janis was new to Montgomery. She was new to this country. Nikki was a brave little girl. She was braver than some of us. So, Nikki Janis is our Miss 4th of July. She deserves to be, and we just wish that she could be here with us. And I personally hope that her family will take this plaque as a sign of how much this town appreciates their daughter and what she did here. We will always remember her.
That you have chosen to honor someone from a foreign land on this your national day says to me so much about the country that my family and I have adopted. This was Nikki's dream. It was also her dream that we become part of this land, a land that she loved from the first moment that she saw the Statue of Liberty. She wanted also to be welcome here. She was welcome. Sadly, many of her ideas were not. But I am proud that she fought for what she believed in. She believed that prejudice and bigotry were evil, and she fought against them. She fought for tolerance and the right to be treated fairly. Nikki's dream has come true. This will make us even more determined to become part of our new land. It is what Nikki would have wanted most of all. To raise her little brother, Cristoforo, here, among you. Together, we will make her dream come true. I thank you for this honor. I am thanking you for Nikki. Zume me epiltha. We live in hope.